It's Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Presented by Barton Community College and the Cougar Athletic Department.
Welcome back to Sports Day, 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Mike Courson joined today by members of the Hoisington Cardinal volleyball team. We've got Coach Mykela Riedl, junior Kelsi Maier, sophomore Kinley Wilkens, and sophomore Sofia Simic. The new state record for aces in a season.
What?
Yeah, how about that? I asked your coach before, should we break that on the air?
That's what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. So, had 138 going into Monday's regional, so you were one shy of a 2008 record. So that way you had 13 on Monday, so now you are by far the state record holder for aces in a season. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I will say I've never seen you play volleyball before Monday, and so I think I walked in when you were serving. I'm like, okay, now I see. But I didn't know anything about the record until I saw your numbers, and then like, man, those are
Me
pretty
neither.
high. What goes into a good serve?
I would say a lot of it is mental, just preparing myself at the service line. I kind of see the floor, see what spots are open, and then try to put the ball down.
Is this something that I'm pretty sure you had a good serve last year, so when did that develop, and how does it develop?
Last year, I think this year I've gotten a lot stronger. I've grown a lot as a player, especially on my serving. I feel like I'm able to hit a little bit harder just with age, growing up. And I also think I've been able to place the ball more, accurately. So that's been a huge part of why I've gotten so many aces.
One of my favorite things in volleyball is the hand signals. Coach, are you doing the hand signals behind the paper?
Nope.
Not calling out numbers?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't call spots on the court. I trust my girls to pick good spots. We work on that in practice. And so unless they absolutely want me to do it, I let the girls decide. We talk about it before the game, who we want to serve at, where we want to serve, and then I let them go from there.
So Kelsi and Kinley, you guys are blockers. What's it like when that serve comes over the net that, at least for probably the first time, you guys aren't going to get something hard coming your way? How big does that play into your game?
I'm just focused on where that ball's going, and our coach always says ball setter, ball hitter, so we're just watching where that setter's going to take that ball to go get that block.
All right, let's talk about regional action. You have to have a good season to be that number one seed, host a regional. What were the goals coming into this thing, and have you guys lived up to those? Kinley?
Obviously, the goal is to make it to state, but we have overcome a lot of challenges over the season.
Well, I'll just say, not only do you host it, then you got to win the thing. Any intimidation factor going in that it was the postseason? Anybody?
I mean, I think coming into this season, I don't think the girls really knew how good we could really be. We lost 6 seniors last year, and when we started this season, they're like, oh, wow, we really are good. We can do this again. We can have a chance to go to state again. And so, obviously, throughout the season, as we have 1 loss, 2 loss, later in the season, we get our 3rd and 4th loss. And then at the last couple weeks of the season, I'm looking at the schedule going forward, who we have in our regionals, what they have left, trying to figure out where we could end up in that postseason. And I saw that if we won out that last week, we could end up with the 1 spot. And so, I mean, I put that in the girls' heads, and I wanted them to be mentally in that space of it's do or die at this point. If we really want to do this, we have to play every game like it's a sub-state championship. And so, it was really awesome for us to get the 1 seed, even with Beloit in our regionals and a couple other strong teams in our regionals. So that was super exciting.
So I was confused. I think we found out just about a week before kind of the change in format. Oh, we got a regional. Oh, it's 4 teams. Oh, it's going to be played out like a quad. Did the girls have any idea that, no, throw the records out the window, basically, we have to win the regional, or when did they find out that stuff?
Honestly, that's probably on me because I thought once it hit regionals, I thought when they said quad, it just meant 4 teams and it was going to be bracket style. So you had to win 1 game and then whether you get, you want to win 2 to get the 1 seed. But if you would win 1 game, you're moving on. But then I saw it was actually a quadrangular. You got to play 3 games. I'm like, well, this changes a lot of things. You could end up with 3-way ties, 2-way, several ties, and then it goes to percentage of wins, and that's huge. So yeah, obviously it was a lot bigger, and it felt like a marathon of the night on Monday. So just 3 really big games, and they came out and played well.
So I got to watch a little bit of the Lions. When we're talking to Hoisington volleyball coach, that was Mykela Riedl. Got Sofia, Simic in here, Kinley, Wilkens, both sophomores, and junior Kelsi Maier. I watched the Lions match pretty one-sided and left thinking, oh, Hoisington's got this. I start getting texts. Ellsworth just won the second game. Knowing that it is a full-on quad and you're going to have to win 3 games to definitely get the regional title, what was the mindset going into that third set against Ellsworth?
I think going into that third set, we were all just like, it's do or die right now, because we all just wanted it so bad. So we came together, really fought through even the hard moments in that set, and all the stuff that we've worked for just really came through in that set.
And you guys are your blockers, your middle hitters. Sofia, big blocker, over 500 kills on the season. But I was impressed by the blocking. Granted, I only saw the Lions match, but big, strong hands at the net every time. What's your approach there, you two blockers?
Well, you can always tell where the ball's going to go depending on who's going to be in the front row. And there was a certain where we cheated that direction. We knew where it was going. You can see where her shoulder's going to go and the recent hits she's been taking. So you're just going to follow where she's been going, and it was pretty easy to find where that ball was going to go with them.
And sometimes the block just goes, back, it's a block, but you guys seem to go down a little bit more. Emphasis on that, or is it just kind of what happens?
I mean, Ellsworth had pretty hard hitters, so that also helps when it just gives it more speed just to go back down.
So you guys, and Coach, you can help me here. Great Bend plays several matches throughout the year where it's one match or one court. Have you guys played that at the Activity Center, or is it always the split court?
We always have the split court. I honestly don't even know if we have a single court. It's still going to be on the one half on our normal court.
Okay.
The other bleachers, I'm assuming, will just be pulled out further for our sub-state.
Well, so if you've always got the second match going as players, that'd be more fun or more stressful knowing that it's going to be one side only going for sub-state?
We try not to focus too much on the other court, so it's probably just the same mentality, just maybe more fans just to focus on our court.
What are the expectations going in? You guys have earned the number 1 regional home seed and had to win that to get this one. Didn't get to go last year. What are the expectations this weekend?
Oh, we want to make it. It's pretty set up pretty good, and I have confidence in both games that we could win to carry on to state.
I was saying you guys are pretty young, so are you aware of the tradition that Coach Riedl played under with Hoisington was making it to state every year, got a 4th place, a 2nd place finish in a 3-year run. How fun to be kind of part of the new generation doing the same thing.
Yeah, we know we haven't went to state in a couple years, so we're definitely trying to bring back our coach's Studley legacy. It's big shoes to fill, but this is the year, so we're confident that we can win our games, so yeah.
I think you were already starting. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Coach, talk about the matchups. I know you guys got 2 losses to Halstead, 1 to Ellenwood, which they're also hosting, and
Hillsborough.
What are the matchups looking like from the coaching perspective this weekend?
I think things have played out pretty well for us going into postseason. Obviously, you don't want to look past anyone, and we know, we got Smoky Valley first. We've played Smoky Valley 2 times this year, and even though we've beat them both games in 2, they're a league team, and I feel like we never got in our rhythm when we played them. We've always kind of had something in our heads about Smoky Valley because they're a strong program as well. And so obviously we have to come out and play strong against them. I 100% believe we can beat them. And then after that, it's between Holcomb and Lakin. We haven't seen Lakin, but Holcomb we played earlier in the year, beat them 2-0. So obviously we have the ability to beat these teams, but at this point in the season, everybody's trying to play their best volleyball and everybody wants to get to the next step. So we have to come out and take care of our side of the court and play our best volleyball to make sure we make it to the next step.
Kinley Wilkens, you're awfully quiet over there. You're a sophomore. I would say the Central Kansas League is going to be typically tough every year. How do those matches against the Smokies, the Hestons, and whatnot prepare you for maybe some of the Western Kansas schools?
I feel like it pushes us to be better and work harder. It definitely pushes me and just the excitement of the game. I love the competition of it.
Excellent. Coach, remind us what time things get underway at the Activity Center on Saturday.
We start at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. the Activity Center. Go watch the ranked Lady Cardinal volleyball team. You've been hearing from Coach Mykela Riedl, junior Kelsi Maier, and sophomores Kinley, Wilkens, and Sofia Simic. Thanks for joining us, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
More